here we are. This is Sex Love Psychedelics, and I'm your host, Dr. Kat. Bringing you psychosexual conversations that will leave you intellectually turned on and hungry for more.
When women are first, maybe the work that they're doing or the life that they're living and doesn't really feel fulfilled, and they're looking like, oh, I would love to make art.
Yeah.
They have no idea where to start or what to do or how to initiate, what we're talking about here. What would be something that you would give them? Yeah.
I love this. So I actually do with some of my girls that I mentor, I do like a writing power hour. And it doesn't have to be writing. It's really about creative expression.
Yeah.
And so typically I'll take them through just a guided meditation first, like close-eye process, what lives in them, really attuning to what's alive in them, or just noticing, like, even if there's like a little inkling of something that wants to be birthed, but they can't name it yet, just allowing them to connect to that piece, letting it grow even bigger, going, oh, can we name that? Can we give that a feeling? Can we give that an image? So you kind of allow that piece to keep growing and growing and growing, and then go, oh, how does it want to be expressed? But I think it can feel overwhelming because they're like, I don't know, because they're living in their head also.
Yeah.
And not embodied. So that's a big piece of it, is we don't create from the cognitive, which is the logical, rational thinking part. That's like, doing the day-to-day tasks and whatnot. We create from something so deep within. We create from emotion. Oftentimes we create from our beingness. And so to me, it's really, how do we attune and connect so deeply within that we can know what's living in us outside of the frontal cortex and outside of like the limbic brain that's keeping us in survival, right? To connect to something much deeper.
Yeah.
So I start there, and then I try and allow that piece to grow and grow and go, how does it want to be expressed? Is there a part of you, if you're like, oh, this wants to be expressed, but I'm feeling like some resistance? Great. Let's look at the resistance. What's the resistance? Like one of the girls I do with Monday nights, one of the girls I was talking to, she's like, I felt weird. And I was like, let's name that weird. What does weird mean? And she's like, well, it just felt uncomfortable. And I was like, great. Can you tell me a little bit more about the discomfort, the uncomfortability there? And she's like, well, it was just a lot of emotions that were coming up. And I was like, okay, beautiful. So is there a story that you're creating about the emotion? She's like, that I don't want to feel it. And I was like, okay, are you willing to sit with the feeling and just see what's there? Yes. Okay, great. Let's sit with that feeling. What is that feeling trying to tell you? Right. So it's like, we're just kind of slowly, gently unraveling and creating safety to really attune to what's true, because we don't often know like what our brain resists or like makes unconscious because we don't want to feel it. And she had to sit with I'm not naming names, but like some pain around her sister's death, and so that's a lot to hold. And I was like, and we'll do it in your unfolding. There's no pressure to have it all figured out. But if you want to, and you're willing, do you want to lean into that and see, because the only way out is through. So do we want to move through that? Are you ready and willing to move through that and to see what's on the other side? And then she wrote an entire chapter in an hour. Right. So it's really amazing when we attune inward and then give ourselves safety and permission to allow ourselves to let it unfold.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Thanks for tuning in, lovers. And if you want to experience more ecstasy and sexual liberation, head over to sexlovepsychedelics.com and learn about how you can join me for any one of my online or live events. And while you're there, grab my free guide on sex and psychedelics. Remember, this podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please contact your healthcare provider and local law before pursuing any of the products or psychedelics discussed. And one final note here. I make this show specifically for you. If you're loving the show, then be sure to leave me a review in iTunes or Spotify to let me know. Happy to be here and happy to serve. I'll see you next time on Sex Love Psychedelics.